Everybody keeps saying that the Chiefs can't be beat on Thanksgiving, but that's just not true. When you look at the trends, the tendencies, and the matchups, the keys are right there for the Cowboys to take this game. And I'm about to break down exactly how the Dallas Cowboys can walk out with a win today. Yes. How we gonna beat the Chiefs? How the Dallas Cowboys gonna beat the Chiefs? This is something that I'm doing that's new, where I'm gonna be doing keys to beat the opponent. It's gonna be ongoing. So I'm gonna use assistance by next gen stats for data and different things that it's gonna bring enlightenment to the opponent. So getting right into it, one of the first things we want to highlight when going against the Chiefs, because obviously the Chiefs is a opponent that everybody gotta take serious, right? You know, they got some bona fide people over there that you gotta consider, right? So let's start with first KC's defense and just kind of look at some of the opportunities that might be available. So if I look at the defense, I see some openings. So with the Chief defenses, this is according to Next Gen Stat. With their blitzes struggling to get home, the Chiefs have allowed 8.1 yards per attempt when sending 5 or more pass rushers, the 9th highest mark in the league, and the highest mark by Spag led defense by nearly a yard. So basically the Chiefs are basically struggling to get home. And let me show you this as well. When you're looking at their defense, the Chiefs have blitzed opposing quarterbacks at the 9th highest rate in the league. So they getting after it. They trying to get there. That's on par with blitz tendencies of Spagnolia led Chiefs defenses entering the season. However, they have generated pressure on just 35.3 of their blitzes. The lowest mark by a Spagnolia led defense by 6 percentage points. So they struggling to get home, basically. So what that says is opportunity for Dak. So basically the league is catching up how to stop Spag style of defense. That's what we basically seeing right now. So this is basically screams that Dak coming in, playing at his best, presents an opportunity. So another thing that we got to take a look at, the Chiefs have pressured outside receivers on 47.7% of his dropbacks this season, the highest mark in the league by just over 8 percentage points. So basically they running a lot of press. So everybody should kind of know where I'm going now. So you running a lot of press, but you also have 2 of the best receivers in the league. It screams opportunity. So when we look at the opportunity of your blitz not getting home, but you're running a lot of blitzes, you're running a lot of press, that tells me that the Dallas Cowboys have big play opportunities. So going into one of the keys is you got to be able to strike, and you got to be able to strike big on this team. This is a team that says go for it, not be conservative. Go for it. If they go get up in your face and challenge you, then make them pay for it. So specifically, how? So let's look into this. Dak Prescott has a 134.4 passing rating when targeting George Pickens in 2025. The highest in the NFL among all duos with 70 plus targets. Well, some of y'all ain't gonna want to hear this, This game, we have to favor production over building confidence. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just too much evidence that Dak and Pickens are hot together, bro. See, some games I would be like, go ahead and, let's spam Lamb because we got to get his confidence up. He didn't play as well and he was mad at Philly. Honestly, bro, we ain't got no time for that. You going against another team with championship pedigree. Maybe next game. Maybe versus Detroit. But this game, hell no. This game, production over confidence, production over feelings. Right now, this is a game that says spam Pickens, bro. Period. We ain't got time. And obviously we're going to need CD, but I'm not for the baby and stuff. I'm not for the, I ain't give up on him. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to show how much we believe. It's no. Pickens is burning hot. Let's go at it. That's one of the biggest keys. He's burning hot. Go at it. So, George Pickens, I already showed that. Let me show this. This is key. This is also key. George Pickens has been targeted in tight windows, less than 1 yard of separation on 29.3% of his targets, the highest mark among wide receivers with at least 40 targets this season. In other words, he's still not getting open, but he winning anyway. So that's saying that just basically he's open when covered, so throw it up. Like real talk. So I'm just keeping it real, man. I fear that we go get into Moneyball this game. Because Brian Schottenheimer talked about that. Yeah, Kansas City got to be the game that we really, feature CeeDee Lamb. It's like, bro, we ain't got time to be babying people, bro. We really don't. You need to win out. And this is a game that likely is going to be some type of shootout. Especially with Matt Eberflus. If he plays defense his normal way, bro, we gonna need the offense to be on optimum. Period. So two things I want to see, especially in the red zone. I want to see George Pickens and I want to see Williams. Those are the two things that I want to see because you got to get your points this game. So now let's transition right to KC offense. So I just want to take a look at some of the KC offense, looking at next gen and the data. So if I look at the KC offense, this is good news. Patrick Mahomes has been held to 1 pass touchdown and 3 interceptions with a passing rating of 72.7 over his last 3 games. What that clearly says is, Matt, copy whatever the defense has been doing the last 3 games. Because they got that boy on a rut. So I'm going to go spend some time and go look closely at those games before the kickoff today at 3:30 Central, where we're going to have our watch party. But Mahomes, the last 3 games, is in a pure rut, a fart. And this is going to test the common sense of Matt Eberflus. Can you mold your defense to copy what's working? Or are you going to go into what you want to do and your way? See, because that's the biggest fear that I have this game is Matt Eberflus. And I mentioned that especially because I did a show yesterday and I mentioned what Kansas City does compared to Eberflus. Watch this.
What are the opportunities and challenges of playing against the Chiefs secondary?
The difficulty in the back end. They do a lot of disguising. They're really good at it. Shout out Andy and the decoy.
And Spad. See, y'all saw where I showed that they run a lot of press, but they also still run a majority of zone. Meaning they show press, they show man, and it'll still be zone. So in other words, they junk it up. Eberflus does not. If you stand back, and I said this yesterday, I want y'all to listen to Mina Kimes. Listen.
Last week they played zone, it was the Eagles, But before that, you've seen a little bit more man coverage from the Eagles, which, to your point, is surprising because that's not what they have done historically. The Colts played a ton of man, which we thought they would because they traded for, Sauce and everything. And it was good until the very end when the dam broke. I don't care. I know you just saw Rashee Rice running away and Worthy hitting the deep over out of the bunch. I don't care. If you're Dallas, your best chance in this thing is Quinnen Williams. No Trey Smith. Big injury. You have a really good interior passer. Your pass rush right now is great. And I know they can win on the interior. Your worst nightmare, what you cannot do if you're Dallas, and I feel very strongly, if you sit back and zone, they're just going to boom, boom, carve you up. Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, all day long. You have to disrupt these receivers to the line of scrimmage. You must.
It felt like the Eagles were doing it at times. I know that their offense fell off a cliff. Watching how big those holes were in the zone when they kept throwing those in-breaking routes to A.J. Brown throughout the first. Imagine.
Why are they the only ones that saw that? Everybody, he was loose. He was in his back. No, he was not. If you go look at what was happening, man, they was picking apart, and that's hurts, man. That's old boo-boo ass hurts. God forgive me for talking about him like that. But we going against Mahomes today. You can't sit back and sit in no obvious static zone. He gonna eat that apart.
If Mahomes was doing that, that is not going to work. We've talked about this a bunch of times, is how I think man coverage is going to be ability to play tight man coverage is one of the stories of the season so far, and you have to be able to do that. And I think this Chiefs team is a team where you have to be able to. The best team that we saw play against them was when they seemed relatively healthy was the Broncos, and the Broncos were so man heavy.
Yeah, we saw that against us. What was they doing was they was pressing, they was doubling, they was doing everything, even with backup corners. They was challenging Pickens and CD. That's what Denver was doing. So listen, man, a lot of this gonna come up to this guy right here. This game today is gonna likely come on this guy. So it's a couple of things that I also saw from the data that's important. Patrick Mahomes has recorded an 18% scramble rate and an 8.9 scramble run rate this season, both career highs for the Chiefs quarterback. So he's scrambling a lot more, basically meaning he holding the ball. This season, 22.4% of Patrick Mahomes' dropbacks have lasted longer than 4 seconds. Opportunity. That's the opportunity right there. How can we get him to hold the ball? If you are running a bunch of zone and you're not eating your grits, he is not. Yeah, you can't let Mahomes get easy outlets. If he's holding the ball this year, let's keep him with that bad tendency, which is going to allow your pass rush to get home, which also means you're going to have to trust your corners. And one of the corners that I do trust more in press is Revel. The one that I'm kind of Carson. Oh my God. That's where but to me, we got an opportunity to disrupt timing. So Patrick Mahomes has completed just 38% of his passes under pressure, the third lowest mark in the NFL. So, what's the kryptonite? To me, the kryptonite to Mahomes, you got to be willing to challenge his receivers. You got to be willing to disrupt his timing, and you can't give him easy outlets today, or it's going to be a bad day for Dallas. It's going to be a real bad day, and it's going to turn into a shootout game. I don't want no shootout game. I want us to keep Mahomes in the fart that he's been the last 3 games. So, a couple of good trends, and then I'm going to be able to wrap this up. Is the Cowboys defense has allowed only 18.5 points per game since their trade deadline acquisition of Quinnen Williams in week 10. Versus they was averaging 30. So, that is a shout out to Team Aggressive. all the people that wanted to be aggressive, because it was a lot of people. Oh, let's tank. Let's tank. Come on, let's tank. We need to tank. That'll be the smart thing to do is let's just quit. Let's quit. Let's tank. Cause see, no one player, boss, is going to be able to change this funky defense. No, boss. Let's go ahead and surrender the season. Wow. Wow. I'm so glad I didn't quit. I'm so glad Jerry didn't quit, because one of the key trades, Quinnen, has caused our defense to have 12 average less points per game so far. Wow. So everything says be aggressive. Everything says be aggressive. Just keeping it real. So let me tell y'all something. We talking about being aggressive. Be aggressive with Sleeper app too. Go for a Hail Mary on your Sleeper picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS. And Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. So listen, y'all, man. It's your boy Boss Show Me. Obviously bringing you another one. So listen, I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy. And let me know in the comments what y'all think of the breakdown and keys to win. I'm going to start doing this more before kickoff, where I'm giving my analysis on the opportunities, where the metrics say, what the trends say, what the film say. We got us a good test today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's your boy Boss Show Me, bringing you another one. Until the next video, until the live today, where we're going to have our watch party. Your boy is out.